Hello everybody on YouTube, this is Super Nintendo, and welcome to another episode of Let's Ramble. So, this one is going to be a little different than my last Let's Rambles. Basically every Let's Ramble that I've done so far has been on video games. This one is going to be on a TV show, or rather a streaming show. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of the series called Hazbin Hotel. Well, I have seen a lot of VivziePop's work. Sorry for that little cut, I had to sneeze. Anyway, I have seen a lot of VivziePop's work across Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel. Currently, I am caught up on episodes 5 and 6 of Season 2 of Hazbin Hotel, and I've seen every episode of Hell of a Boss. And a frequent problem across both of these shows is storytelling. Storytelling across both of these shows is piss poor. It is really, really fucking bad. The stories of these shows is really fucking bad. It feels like what they want to do. It feels like they come up with the stories, but then they don't think about how these stories make sense. It feels like they don't really know how to tell stories. And it is really, really frustrating. I'm going to be keeping my criticisms towards Hazbin Hotel for a few reasons. One, it's the most recent thing that I've been watching, so the information is a lot more fresh in my mind. And two, the problems with Hell of a Boss are numerous. I will be here for hours if I go into that show. So I'm going to be keeping this to Hazbin Hotel. One of the biggest problems that I kind of notice across seasons 1 and 2 is Charlie's whole motivation of trying to rehabilitate sinners and get them into heaven makes no fucking sense. Like, literally makes no goddamn sense. So, in season, it especially makes no fucking sense in season 1, but it weirdly makes even less sense in season 2. So, let me kind of go into this. For those who haven't seen Hazbin Hotel, the basic story is this. Charlie Morningstar is the princess of Hell, son of Lucifer, daughter of Lilith, the first woman in the Bible. And she wants to redeem sinners to get them into heaven to prevent them from being killed in a yearly extermination where the angels come down from heaven to hell to kill sinners. It spirals into a lot of other shit from there, but that's the basic rundown. So, here's kind of the problem. In season 1, Charlie wants to redeem sinners to prevent them from getting killed in a yearly extermination, but her understanding of this, even from the first fucking moments of the opening of the show, is it's treated like she buys into the stated reason from the angels being an overpopulation issue. But she knows that that heaven is doing this because they don't want hell to rise up against heaven.
Lucifer lost his will to dream, but Lilith thrived, empowering demonkind with her voice and her songs. And as the numbers of hell grew, so did its power. Threatened by this, heaven made a truly heartless decision. That every year they would send down an army, an extermination, to ensure hell and its sinners could never rise against them.
She knows that this is their reason for doing this, and yet she still wants to do this redemption bullshit anyway. So it makes no fucking sense why she is doing this, from even that perspective. But even if you just discount that for whatever reason, let's take a look at Charlie's plan. She wants to send sinners directly to the people who are killing them on a yearly basis. And keep in mind, Adam, the leader of the exterminators, literally says in episode fucking 1 that those of us with divine ordainment, for those of us with divine ordainment, extermination is entertainment. They literally say to her fucking face that they are killing the sinners for fun.
When all said and done, there's the question of fun. And for those of us with divine ordainment, extermination is entertainment. Guitar solo, fuck yeah.
So, what exactly is to stop them from doing this when the sinners get to heaven? Literally fucking nothing. Especially in the early parts of season 1, where she has not gone to heaven. For all she knows, heaven is united on what Adam is doing. And it isn't until episode 6 or so of season 1 that she learns that most of heaven doesn't even know about the exterminations. And yet, most of them don't give a shit. Most of them don't give a shit. The only one who cares is Emily, one of the seraphims. Here's additional problems. In season 2, we get some additional problems with this, because in season 2, heaven isn't doing the exterminations anymore. They aren't coming down yearly to kill people in hell, partially because now they know that the sinners can fight back. They can kill them. It's not a one-sided slaughter anymore. Heaven is in very real danger of hell actually rising up and overthrowing them. So that's part of the reason why they're not doing this anymore. But also, there is there's some other stuff with this too, because we see Serpentius, who is a sinner in season 1, who is now a winner in season 2. That is what the human souls who go to heaven are called. They're called winners, whereas the people who go to hell, they're called sinners. Anyway, Serpentius hates it in heaven. He wasn't even trying to get into heaven throughout season 1. He just sacrificed himself for his friends, for his crush, and wound up in heaven after Adam killed him. So, he wasn't even trying to get into heaven. But he wants to get back to hell. He wants to get back to his friends. He wants to get back to his crush. He does not like it in heaven. So then this brings up an additional problem with Charlie's motivation, in that the sinners themselves don't have a problem with being in hell. Most of the characters that we see in hell, they don't mind it. Because here's kind of the thing. In hell, you are effectively immortal, unless you are killed by an angel or someone with angelic steel or angel power. You are effectively immortal. If you are killed or dismembered or whatever, you just come right back at some point through an unspecified means or unspecified amount of time. So the people in hell are effectively immortal. Nothing really bad can ever happen to them. But there's also most of the people in hell that we see, they don't mind being in hell. They just don't want the threat of yearly extermination looming over their heads, because they don't want to fucking die permanently. You know, because if an angel kills a sinner, then they're just gone permanently, unless they're redeemed, which there's that. But like I said, Serpentius wasn't even trying to get into heaven. He's just wound up there. So he doesn't want to be there. He wants to go back to hell. But this is a one-way ticket. At least as far as we see, it's a one-way ticket. Presumably, there would be a way for winners to die and become sinners again, because if the reverse is possible, then presumably it would make sense for sinners to become, or for winners to become sinners. Anyway, there's that problem, but. This is the sort of problem that kind of comes through when you don't really think about your fucking story. Because by doing this, you kind of effectively showcased that everything Charlie has been trying to work for this entire fucking show is, one, effectively pointless. Two, it's a bad idea, because essentially what Charlie is doing is like, hey, you know, I care about you guys so much. I love all my people. I love, because she's the princess of hell. I love all my people in hell. That I'm gonna give you to the people who are trying to kill you every fucking year. Do you not see any problems with this? And here's the thing. I know that Charlie's supposed to be a flawed character. I know that she's supposed to be some, like, sheltered, dumb sort of princess, which, one, I don't fucking buy. She's supposed to be, like, 2 million years old or something like that. And it's only recently, within the last 7 years, that she's really begun, kind of doing shit on her own. I do not buy that she has been sheltered from this for almost 2,000 fucking years. I don't buy this at all. But even putting that aside, like, does nobody, like, even if Charlie couldn't realize the problem with her own fucking motivation, is everybody else so fucking stupid that they can't realize the problem with this? Even, like, supposedly smart characters like Vaggie, for example, like, and like, here's the thing too, Vaggie is proof positive that that hell or heaven is not a good place. It is proof like, especially after learning that she's an angel, why is it that nobody asks her if being in heaven is a good idea? Because especially in season 2 episode 6, we see a lot of her backstory, what life was like for her as an exorcist, and it was awful. It was awful. People, she witnessed a lot of abuse, a lot of, whatever. She literally got her fucking eyeball ripped out and her wings cut off. She gets her wings back at some point in season 1, which is really fucking stupid, never really explained, and doesn't make any goddamn sense. But, She gets her wings cut off and her eyeball ripped out of her head. Why is it that nobody is being like, you know, maybe we shouldn't be sending these people to heaven. You know, maybe we should kind of question whether or not this is a good thing. And another problem with this too, at least for me, is how season 2 kind of loosely kind of implies how a sinner is supposed to be getting into heaven. And it essentially is, they have to kind of redeem themselves for the sin that landed them in hell in the first place. But here's kind of the problem with that for me. At least the characters that we are following that are supposed to be, you know, being worked on to be redeemed to wind up in heaven. These characters, while they're in hell, are completely awful, reprehensible people. They do things that are way worse than what they did in life, from what we are told about them. Like, for example, let's just take Serpentius, for example. His sin, as we see in Season 2, is he didn't stop someone who was doing horrible things. Through his inaction, he let horrible things happen to other people. That is his sin. So, he stood up and, at the end of Season 2, or at the end of season 1, and sacrificed himself for his friends and family, trying, like, risking his afterlife, his life, whatever, to try to save his friends, even if it didn't really amount to anything. That redeemed him in the eyes of heaven. But what about the shit he's actually done while he was in hell? Because here's the thing, while he was in hell, he created death machines. He created machines of war, like whole fucking blimps with weaponry, destroyed whole building, or whole blocks in hell, at least according to the pilot, and even kind of alluded to in the first episode or so, that Serpentius was doing this. And he has attempted to literally murder multiple sinners, all for the sake of trying to become an overlord himself. So, how exactly is it that him sacrificing himself for this handful of idiots that he's known for like 6 months, if even that, how exactly does that absolve him of everything he's done while he was in hell? Do his sins while he's in hell not count? And if so, why? And, like, let's take Angel Dust, for example. His sin, as what we are told, is that he killed his father, presumably to protect his little sister, who is said in interviews and kind of shown a couple of times here and there. He killed his father to protect his little sister. But while he's in hell, he is literally a porn star. He is more sex crazed than arguably the sin of lust himself, Asmodeus. And he's a drug addict. He is incredibly sex crazed. He also participates in the annual, like, turf wars or gang wars or whatever the fuck they are in hell.
You really gotta watch what comes out of your mouth. I've been making
and like all this other stuff. So he, like, you could argue that, like, yeah, he killed his father or whatever, but, like, what about all the shit he's done while he's in hell? You know? It's just, these aren't even all of the issues that I have with the storytelling of Hazbin Hotel. I have loads more. Like, for example, in season 1, it's a literal fucking plot point that the angels cannot be harmed by anything other than their own weapons, by angelic weapons. But yet, we see multiple contradictions on this, and even, especially in the finale alone, we see them getting, we see them bleeding and getting hurt when they slam into Alistair's shield. We see angels bleeding and getting hurt when they are slammed into tables. We see Lute literally loses her fucking arm and gets hurt and pinned by falling debris.
Teach you how to beat angels? That's what I'm doing.
By beating the shit out of me? I'm not used to fighting with long hair.
By showing you the flaws in your own fighting style. Yours and all your sisters.
Wait, you know I'm an exorcist? How?
You have a giant X over your eye and wield an angelic spear. It's not rocket science. Before you found out about me, did you know angels could be harmed?
No.
That shows in how you fight. You leave yourself open with every swing. You fight like someone unafraid of harm, and this is what you'll take advantage of. Angels wield no shields, little armor, and fight with reckless abandon. Strike them here, and here.
With what? Some secret weapon of yours?
Stupid girl, are you really so dense you don't realize you're holding the answer?
Angelic weapons? It's that simple? How has no one else figured this out?
Do it then.
So it seems, like, what the show is telling us is that angels can't be harmed except by their own weapons. But what the show is is showing us is that the angels can be harmed by damn near everything. So the implication here is that the only reason that the angels went unchallenged for as long as they have is that none of the sinners decided to fight back. Which I do not fucking buy that they didn't try to fight back. Especially when it's also a plot point that the angels thinking that they can't be harmed actually communicates in their fighting style, because they fight recklessly, like they are unafraid of being harmed because they think they can't be harmed. So they just kind of throw themselves into danger. And what's worse about this, what's also worse, is the only reason, if we are to go with the idea that they can only be harmed by angelic weapons and the rest of the shit is just like plot stuff or like continuity errors or whatever. Here's kind of the problem with that. The only fucking reason that hell has the means to actually fight back is because the angels are dipshits who leave their weapons around for the demons to be able to pick up and use against them. Like, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm paranoid, but even if I was, like, I thought I was invulnerable, I thought that I was unkillable, I wouldn't be handing my enemy weapons that my troops use, or my army people use, because, like, maybe they can use them somehow to figure out a way to actually hurt me, because these are the weapons that I use for whatever fucking reason I'm using them. Like, it just reads of colossal dipshittery, and it's just frustrating as hell, because I enjoy watching these shows. I enjoy watching season 1 of Hell of a Boss. I enjoy watching Hazbin Hotel. I like these characters. I like this world. I like the character interactions. I like the songs. I like the humor. I love the animation. I love the character designs. But holy fuck, these stories. Whoever they get to write the stories and come up with these like the lore behind these series is not paying attention to what the fuck they are writing out, and is not really thinking things through. Like, here's another example for you guys. Like, this one you could argue is a bit more nitpicky, because you're kind of combining shit from Hell of a Boss to Hazbin Hotel, whatever. But, like, Lucifer's whole deal, why he is depressed, is that he isn't able to see the good that comes from humanity now knowing right from wrong and essentially having free will. But there are multiple methods for one to get out of hell and go back to heaven. Which, by the way, nobody in Hazbin ever brings up as a possibility. None of them bring it up as, like, a something that they could do. Like, for example, if the angels just want, or if the people in hell just want the sinners to not, like, if there's, like, an overpopulation issue, why not send the sinners to Earth? Like, legitimately, why is that not an option? Why can't Lucifer use the Stolas's use his grimoire to go up to Earth to see the good that came from humanity? Why can't he use the Osmodian crystal to go up to Earth to see the good that came from humanity? It's arguable that Lucifer can still, like, go up to heaven, because presumably this is his portal. He can still make portals, so, like, why can't he just go up to heaven again? Like, what's keeping him in hell? You know? Like, There's so many fucking questions, so many things that don't make any goddamn sense, so many things that just without I accidentally poked myself in the eye, so many things that just with Hell of a Boss, or just with Hazbin Hotel alone, story-wise, make no fucking sense. And it's really, 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 really goddamn frustrating watching this as a viewer, because it just reeks of... It doesn't even reek of, like, inexperience. It doesn't reek of, like, oh, these are just little mistakes that nobody thought through. That nobody thought of. These aren't just little mistakes. Like, these are big fucking mistakes that, like, read more like the person coming up with the story either knew about them and didn't care, or whatever. Because, like, here's the thing too, some of the issues that I brought up kind of apply to season 1, but, like, if these were, like, genuine mistakes, like, I didn't actually think about that, why not try to address it in season 2? Why not try to address it somewhere down the line? Why not even try, like, because, like, Vivzy Pop and her crew love doing interviews and live streams and stuff where they answer questions all about their series that is not in the actual series itself. Why not try to answer some of these questions in your fucking live streams? Like, for example, as stupid as it sounds, why not try to answer why Vaggie doesn't know that angels can be harmed when she's literal fucking proof that they can be? Like, why not just have her, like, her answer to this be, like, somebody questions, like, hey, Vaggie, you're an angel, right? Yeah. You told us that angels can only be harmed by angelic weapons. Yeah. And you said that you didn't know that angels could be harmed. Yeah. What are you getting at? How did you not know that angels could be harmed when you're literal fucking proof that they can be, considering you're missing a fucking eyeball and you're missing your wings? You know, I never actually thought about it. Like, even something like that would be enough for me. It would be something stupid. It would be stupid as fuck. It would be whatever. But at least you would address it. You know? Just, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to get this off my chest a little bit, because I thought about this when watching the most recent episode of Hazbin Hotel, and it really got on my nerves when I started thinking about it and whatnot. I'm still going to be watching the end of season 2, but I gotta say, man, depending on how this season wraps up, I might actually be dropping both of this and this and Hell of a Boss, because it's getting too frustrating to watch. Like, they've been doing these shows for so many years now, and their storytelling, if anything, has gotten worse as they've been going on, and it's just getting too frustrating to watch. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care.
Sound a shaking square window! The skies a bit clearer today. The rain has passed me by. I want to open up the window again. I can't remember why. Signs that I kept in